It's my time, and the next time, the next generation. I'm the next generation from Brazil, and I don't have question. I will be the next legend from Brazil.
To become the first Italian UFC champion. I know I can do it, and I demand it from myself.
We are in for a treat with this Fight Night main event. On October 24th, we get to see two absolute beasts battle it out in the octagon. The Italian Dream Marvin Vettori faces the #2 middleweight in the world, Paulo the Eraser Costa. This is definitely a matchup to look forward to, and we here at Athlete Central are here to tell you everything you need to know in this Ultimate Fight breakdown as we take a look at their form, notable physical attributes, their striking and grappling, as well as a prediction. Up first, we have the form. Okay, so let's start off with the Italian Dream Marvin Vettori, or Gollum, as Darren Till likes to call him. He's 5-1 in his last 6 fights with a 17-4-1 overall record. Let's take a look at the 5-fight win streak that got him a title shot in the first place. His run started in 2019 with 2 dominant 30-27 unanimous decision victories against Cesar Ferreira and Andrew Sanchez, where he showed off his impressive diversive skill set, shining on his feet and on the mat. 2020 is what really put Vettori on the map though. After a very heated rivalry with Carl Robertson in the lead up to their bout in June, which was actually canceled twice before finally going through, Marvin managed to submit Robertson at the end of the first round that he dominated handily. This fight boosted Vettori up the rankings after Darren Till had to pull out of his bouts against Jack Hermanson, and the short notice replacement Kevin Holland, who we'll get to later on, got COVID. Marvin got the call for the biggest fight of his career against the #4 Hermanson. Vettori outclassed the Greco-Roman wrestler everywhere, stomping his way to a decisive victory and solidifying himself as a top contender at 185. He was then scheduled to face Darren Till in what many believe to be a title eliminator clash.
I'm next, because this guy can't make it, man. Like, by default, I need to take their spot.
But when the Englishman was forced to pull out, trailblazer Kevin Holland stepped in on short notice just 2 weeks following his loss to Derek Brunson.
This one's got some heat on it, folks. Vettori, Holland, under the lights.
Vettori put on a wrestling clinic and earned his rematch with Israel Adesanya following that performance. Unfortunately for the Italian, things would not go his way against the last stylebender, as Izzy was able to nullify any wrestling offense with exceptional takedown defense. It wasn't even close on the feet. Adesanya's striking pedigree was on full display as he cruised to a comfortable 50-45 on all 3 scorecards. Borrachinha's last fight also happens to be a defeat to the champion. The Brazilian faced him in September of last year, and were it not for that damn wine, we would have had a new champion at middleweight. I know, just kidding. Israel Adesanya seemed levels above Costa in that bout, looking untouchable in one of the best performances of his career, where he managed to get a KO in the second round. This one performance definitely doesn't define Costa as a fighter though. He was 13-0 heading into his championship effort, and that's certainly saying something. The Eraser definitely hasn't been as active as Vettori recently. The Italian fought 3 times since Costa's last outing, but we know that the Brazilian has been training consistently throughout. Coincidentally, Costa was also on a 5-fight winning streak in the UFC prior to his title fight, scoring 4 KOs in a row over Gareth McLellan, Oluwale Bamboshe, and a geriatric Johnny Hendricks, with the most impressive finish being against the always dangerous Uriah Hall. The 5-fight win streak was capped off with a Fight of the Year candidate against Yoel Romero at UFC 241. Costa faced one of the scariest men in the division and fought an all-out war, which resulted in a razor-tight decision victory. Costa definitely won the first round, with the third going to Romero, but who do you think won that second round and ultimately deserved the decision? Let us know in the comments below.
Tale of the tape.
Paulo Costa is 30 and Vettori is 28, so they both still have long careers ahead of them and are yet to reach their prime. The fighters are very similar when it comes to their measurements. Costa is 6'1", an inch taller than Vettori, who has a slight 2-inch edge in reach. These two men are probably the biggest in their division. According to a report, they balloon up to 210 pounds on fight day, meaning they cut more than 25 pounds to get down to middleweight, which is absolutely insane. Should promotions take steps to get rid of extreme weight cutting, or will there always be a loophole? Let us know in the comments below.
Who's the better striker?
This is a matchup between a knockout artist in Costa and a well-rounded fighter in Vettori. The Beast will undoubtedly have an exciting battle on the feet, but Vettori may try taking Borrachina down. Their striking numbers are representative of their fighting style. The brawler Paulo Costa has an extremely high output of 7 strikes landed per minute, almost double Vettori's 3.8. However, this doesn't come without its disadvantages. His brawler style exposes him to a whopping 6.7 significant strikes absorbed per minute. Vettori is hit much less due to his grapple-heavy game plan. It's hard to land significant strikes on a 210-pounder controlling you on the mat, leading to his roughly 3 strikes absorbed per minute.
Gonna try to fight the hands. There's the tap. Marvin Vettori's been waiting for it. Takes less than a round to take care of it.
When it comes to accuracy, Costa is much higher. He shows that he is the more accomplished striker with his accuracy rate at 57% compared to Vettori's lowly 43%. The Italian's grappling style does significantly increase his defensive percentage of 63%, which is 13% higher than Costa's 50%. The power has to go to Costa hands down. The man has a whopping 11 KOs on his resume, while Vettori only has 2 KOs across 17 victories. Overall, I think it's fair to say that Costa is the superior striker.
Taking it to the mat.
The grappling is a no-brainer here, but let's just see how much of an advantage Marvin Vettori has on the ground. Paulo Costa has never actually shot for a takedown during his time with the UFC, so this is going to be quite straightforward. The Italian Dream averages 2.2 takedowns per 15 minutes, so he shoots one almost every round. The fact that this number isn't higher is that, contrary to other fighters who have more takedown attempts, Vettori only needs 1, and he is going to keep you on the mat for the remainder of the round, a rare skill at 185. His takedown accuracy is at 47%, with 0.7 submissions attempted per 90 minutes in the UFC.
Marvin Vettori wins his UFC debut.
Nice, very nice. That's a huge feather in that young man's cap.
He has had way more success with submissions prior to signing with them, though. Only 2 of his 9 submission wins have come inside the octagon, which, to be fair, is expected with the higher level of competition. The 2 submissions he succeeded with in the UFC were the rear naked choke and the guillotine choke. They were also his go-tos prior to joining. Overall, his 9 subs comprise of 4 rear naked chokes, 3 guillotines, 1 triangle choke, and a toe hold. Costa has 1 rear naked choke victory prior to the UFC, but hasn't attempted 1 single submission since signing. When it comes to takedown defense, it's pretty much identical. Costa has an 80% defense rate with Vettori only 2% lower at 78%. Not many attempt takedowns on Vettori though, and he certainly doesn't have to worry about takedowns from Costa.
And the winner is?
This fight is a classic wrestler versus striker matchup, even though Vettori is much more than a wrestler. At first glance, looking at the stats and the recent form, we know exactly what to expect from this fight in terms of the approach from both fighters. What we don't know is which approach will prevail. If the fight stays standing, Costa is at a huge advantage, with a higher accuracy and almost double Vettori's output. The Italian definitely will not be willing to engage in a firefight against Borrachina. The KO power he possesses is extremely dangerous for any middleweight on the planet. Marvin will be in for a long night if Costa's 80% takedown defense is in play. On the other hand, if he is successful with his attempt to bring the fight to the mat, he has shown in multiple fights that he is able to keep it there. Costa is not the most accomplished on the mat, and getting up from under Vettori will be no easy task. Who should the winner of this matchup face? Let us know in the comments below. The bookmakers aren't confident in Vettori's grappling dominance, as Costa is valued as a small -140 favorite, with the Italian as a +120 underdog. Well, alright guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Who would you guys put your money on? Drop your fight predictions in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe to never miss an Athlete Central video. Until next time.